ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यन्निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्रचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Verse 62 चिद्रूपत्वं च सम्भाव्यं चित्वेनैव प्रकाशनात् सर्वकल्पनशक्तायाः मायाया दुष्करं नहि. So it's almost going to be over now. Abhasavada. So Vidyaranya is a proponent of Abhasavada, because Sureshwaracharya ji also is a proponent of Abhasavada. Anyway, so he is establishing this Abhasavada Prakriya. Well, it has started from verse 27, and ultimately to show that this the Chidabhasa alone appears as a Jiva and Ishvara, macro Chidabhasa. The original consciousness through two different mediums, micro and macro, appear as a Chidabhasa, which we call as a Jiva and Ishvara. And therefore Chidabhasa is Mithya, and therefore Jiva Ishvara actually are Mithya. And the consciousness, which is either called Brahman with respect to the macro upadhi, or you call Kutastha or Sakshi Chaitanya with respect to a micro upadhi, well, that is ever free. It is Satyam also. And in support he gave a Shiva Purana verses that Shiva is ultimately is Kutastha, Atma, etc. So Parmeshwara, well, is by true nature is like this. Verse 57, 58, 59, right? So he is Sachidananda alone. Shiva is Sachidananda alone, has been shown there. So, well, and then in verse 60, well, Vidyaranya points out Chidabhasa is understood as we can say as a Vyavarika Satyam, and Chit or Mithya, and the Chit, the Sachidananda alone come under a Satya category. And he very nicely quoted Nrsimha Uttaratapani Upanishad, which reveals clearly the Chidabhasa as Mithya. Maikam. So, Maya Abhasena Jiveshau Karoti. Maya Karoti. Maya should be connected with that. So basically Maya alone produces Jiva and Ishvara by producing Abhasa. So Maya itself is a medium, and well, within Maya itself the Avidya, you can say, or Sukshma Sharira or Antakarana is a medium. That's a micro medium. And Maya is a macro medium, and then, well, in that both reflections are there, we call Chidabhasa. So Maya is Anadi, reflection is Anadi. So Karoti means produces, definitely reveals as though it says it has a Adi, it has a beginning. It has no beginning. But since the reflection is there, so we say Maya produces like that, we have to say. So medium is there, so then medium reflection is produced. So actually it doesn't produce. Maya medium is there, consciousness is there, and at some point While consciousness produces reflections, nothing like that. Maya is anadi, medium is anadi, consciousness is anadi, and therefore reflection is anadi. So Jiva, Ishvara, everything is anadi. Avidya is anadi, etc. Anyway, so all these are anadi. So most important is Maiko. They are basically they are mithya, product of the Maya. Then, well, Maya produces the Jagat, and Maya produces Jiva Ishvara also. Maya produces Jagat, Maya produces Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, everything is produced by Maya. Yeah, but then Jagat is basically inert. Jiva and Ishvara are conscious beings, macro, micro. So how this everything is Maya Karyam? Insentient Jadam is Maya Karyam. This sentient, Chidabhasa, Jiva Ishvara are sentient beings. So how they are produced by Maya? Well, then it says Swachau, well, Chidabhasa, Jiva Ishvara Chidabhasa, a finer product of Maya. And Panchabhutas are basically gross product of Maya. And he gave an example, Kacha Kumbhavat, so pot made up of glass, finer material, pot made up of clay, gross material. So basically, Chidabhasa indicates that they are sentient, and so they are Swachau, they are product of basically a finer product of the Maya. And then in verse 61 also we saw that even though both are product of Maya, yet one is Jadam, other is Chetanam. One example, of course, this Kacha Kumbha. And we also said this Annajanyam, Manaha, the mind which produces a Chidabhasa called Jiva, that mind is Annajanyam, product of Maya, but Swachha, a finer quality. And therefore the Chidabhasa which is generated in that medium, we call it as a Swachha, sentient beings now. And so Annajanyam Manaha Swachha Dehat, compared to the physical body which is also product of Maya, right? It's also product of Maya. Compared to that, which is a gross, the mind, well, that is also product of Maya, but that is Swachha, finer material. So Yadvat, just as this is the case, Tathaiva, in the same manner, Tau, Jiveshau, Swachhatam Gatau, well, they have extremely fineness. Sarvasmat Anyasmat, from all other things, from Panchabhutas. Compared to the Panchabhutas, Jiva and Ishvara also are, Panchabhutas are product of Maya, Jiva and Ishvara also product of Maya only, but compared to those Panchamahabhutas, Swachhatam Gatau, they have a extreme fineness. Here Gatau you have to take it have. Gatau Praptau means they have the extreme fineness. You will find in Shastra several times Gatam, Gatam, Gatam. So Gatam means actually it's a past passive participle of the Gam Dhatu. But reaching or going is in sense of gaining. And so here, so they have Swachhatam, Tau, Swachhatam Gato means Jiveshau, Jiva and Ishvara, they have extreme fineness because of the finer product of the Maya. Maiko Api, even though they are created by Jada Maya, well, this still because of the finer material. And then in verse 62 now we have to see Chidrupatvam cha sambhavyam, possible. So Chidrupatvam, Chid Sarupatvam cha sambhavyam, sentient nature of the Chidabhasa is sambhavyam, is possible, means it is accepted by us. So, because it is it's our experience, Shastra need not prove. Jiva is a sentient being. It is a simple thing. Perhaps for Ishvara, you pray to Ishvara, well, itself reveals it is a sentient being naturally. To Jadam, how will you prove? How will you pray? And he will answer. If he answers, he is a sentient being. So, Jiva and Ishvara, basically, we accept that they are sentient beings. And Jiva, of course, is a sentient being. Everyone knows that I am a sentient being. So, it's our experience actually. Shastra need not have to prove. Like Chitve Neva Prakashanat, Jiva or Chidabhasa appears for us. We experience them as we experience it as a sentient being, Jiva. And so Shastra proves that Chidabhasa is a Maya Karyam. So Anubhava says I am a, or a Jiva is a sentient being, and Shastra proves that Shastra says it is a Maya Karyam. And so if you combine these two, then sentient Chidabhasa is a product of Maya. Anubhava proves the Jiva is a sentient being. Shastra says the Jiva is a Maya Karyam. If you combine them together, then what? The sentient Jiva, the sentient Chidabhasa, is a Maya Karyam. And same way it is for Ishvara also. And so if a question is there, how can Maya produce sentient Chidabhasa? Well, if Maya can produce anything, then it can produce Chidabhasa also. So, Sarvakalpana Shaktayaha, Shakta, she is very powerful. Sarvakalpana Shaktaya, Maya has a Shakti to create anything. So, Brahman does not have a power to create anything. And Maya has a power to create everything. So, this is the thing. Brahman doesn't do anything. It is, whenever this Brahman and Maya comes, I always remember an example of I saw near that in that Himachal Pradesh. If you go, the youth hostel is to arrange some camps. So they invite various, youth from India with different states, and then you have there is a base camp. And from there you have to walk, and then there will be one particular place you have to reach, of course in a mountain, and then from that place to second place and third, and like that. One big program. And you go to in the different remote villages in that place. You find, I have found one thing. These women are working, literally toiling. They go for getting wood, they do their cows or etc. Also they prepare a cow dung also, everything. And they go down, from the mountain, and with the 2 sticks, and the whole thing is loaded here. And they come, and then they have to cook also. Everything there. They clean the house and everything, cleaning the vessels. And these people, these males, they just sit outside that, in a cot. And that good hookah. So whenever I remember this Brahman and Maya, I remember them. That Brahman doesn't do anything. Maya does everything. Brahman is Karyakara Vilakshanam. Maya is Karyakaranam. That's it. Yeah? Brahman is Karan Karya Vilakshanam. Karan Karya Vilakshanam means no connection to anything. No connection to Karanatvam, no connection to Karyam. And Maya is Karan Karyam. Maya is Karanam, and Maya alone manifests in the Jagat Karyam. Anyway, so basically, Sarvakalpana Shaktayaha Mayayaha. Maya is basically Sarvashakti. In fact, we are going to see the Ishvara has Sarvashakti on account of Maya. We chant all the time, in our temple also, in Dakshinamurti temple you find. So we say, what is that? Sarvasashtutvam, Sarvabhoktrutvam, Sarvakartrutvam, Sarvasamharakatvam, all this, right? In the evening you will see in that temple, they chant. So all this, all the glories of Ishvara is glory of Maya actually. Maya alone lends all this glory. Brahman has no kartrutvam. What sarvakartrutvam? No kartrutvam, no bhoktrutvam, no samharakatvam, no srashtutvam. No palakatvam, sarva palakatvam, sarva samharakatvam, sarva srashtutvam. Nothing. So I always remember when our priests chant, I always remember this is all glory of Maya actually. We are chanting in presence of Dakshinamurti, but it's all glory of Maya basically. Anyway, so Sarva Kalpana Shaktaya, Kalpanam is projecting. So, Shaktaya, the Maya has a power to project anything. Maya is powerful to produce everything. Produce means projecting. And therefore, Dushkaram nahi. Don't think that Maya cannot produce these sentient beings, Jiva and Ishvara. Maya produces sentient, insentient, everything. Dushkaram nahi. They are going to give you such an example that our mouth will be shut. Next verse. Yeah. Why you say all this? We have the capacity to produce sentient, insentient, everything. And that's due to just one Shakti which is non-separate from me, the conscious being. If I have that power, why not the Brahman? Okay, there is a Shakti which is non-separate from Brahman. Well, on account of that, sentient, insentient, everything we can produce. I mean, it can produce. If I can produce, why not Ishvara? So, verse 63. अस्मन्निद्रापि जीवेशौ चेतनौ स्वप्नगौ सृजेत महामाया सृज्यतेतौ इत्याश्चर्यं किमत्र ते. So Vidyaranya says, forget about it. If you feel that, oh no, this is I can't accept. Maya, which is basically mithya, which is jadam, which is non-separate from Brahman, can produce jadam, insentient thing. How it cannot produce this Chidabhasa, Jiva Ishvara. Vidyaranya says, no, don't worry about it, leave it. You produce, you have a Shakti. You have a Shakti, Nidra Shakti, Avidya Shakti you have. And you produce the also world in which there are sentient beings and insentient beings. And Avidya is a small version of Maya. Right? So that is a Samashti Karana. This is a Vyashti Karana. Vyashti Karana for what? For everything. For everything. Here. Vyashti Karana is there. That's how Sukshma Sharira, Sthula Sharira, Tadatmya, everything. And therefore, any Karana for even a dream world. And in dream world, are you creating only insentient things or sentient things also? You create both. You create Jiva also, you create other insentient things also, you create roads, you create mountains, you create rivers, you create a boat, and you create the Jiva who travel in that boat. You create everything. So, which is Avidya has produced. Avidya is a small version of Maya. If Avidya can produce sentient, insentient, why not Maya? Why not Maya? So, Maya can create definitely waking world and the waker, the jivas, waker, etc. So, the chetanas, the sentient beings also. So, if micro is capable, why not macro? Macro, in fact, is more capable compared to micro. So, asmad nidra api, asmad nidra means asmakam nidra. This is a Shashti Tat Purusha. This is, when asmakam, in Shashti Tat Purusha, you go back to the original word in a samasa. So, asmad nidra api, asmakam nidra api, asmakam, the nidra, the vidya, which is a power of us, swapnagau jiveshau srujet. Well, swapnagau, swapne gacchati, swapne praptah. So, swapnagau jiveshau srujet. In swapna, well, we create the jiva, we create the jagat, we create Ishvara. We create Ishvara, we see the Ishvara also. People say, I see Bhagavan in swapna. So in Sapna there is a Jiva, there is Jagat. So, and just do a Kalpana that these two, Jivas in the dream talk about the world and other Jivas also. So they ask the question, who created this world? Who created this Jiva? Suppose they both are discussing. And who is the witness of all that? You are the witness. You are the very witness. Huh? And you wonder, because this is all product of you. Anyway, so same way, Ishvara also create, so you are a Sapna Ishvara, well, creating Sapna Akasha and everything, and these sentient beings also. So Jeev Jagat Ishvara, in Sapna Prapancha you create. Same way Maya creates also, well, Jeev Jagat and Ishvara, or a Jagrat Prapancha. So, Jiveshau, Sapnagau, Dreama Ishvara, Dream Jiva, which are Chetana also, are created along with the insentient world in a dream. What's the problem? There is no problem. So, Mahamaya etau srujati. So, this Mula Vidya, our Avidya, right? That we can call it as a Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya creates a Jagrat Prapancha. Atra means asmin vishaye kim ascharya. Asmin Vishay, with regard to this conclusion, our conclusion that Maya can create sentient, insentient being, with regard to this conclusion, Kim Ashcharyam te? Why do you raise your eyebrows? why do you why do you express a surprise? It can. When micro vidya, well, our upadhi can create, then Maya, which is a macro upadhi, can create. 64. सर्वज्ञत्वादिकं चेशे कल्पयित्वा प्रदर्शयेत् धर्मिणं कल्पयेद्या स्याः को भारो धर्मकल्पने कल्पयेद्या अस्याः. Yeah. So now questions. Now there are a few questions and answer. Question and answer. That will be the verse now. So students' question is this. See, Maya create Jiva and Ishvara, Jagat, everything. Means it has an extraordinary power to create this. And then there is a Sarvajñatvam, Sarvashakti. Jivas also has certain attributes and Ishvara also has attributes. Jiva has Alpajñatvam, he has Sarvajñatvam. So, etc. So, here Alpashakti, Sarvashakti, etc. So all this, Maya is responsible for distinct attributes of a Jiva and Ishvara also. So if Jiva and Ishvara are created by Maya, then these attributes are also created by whom? Suppose if a question is there, well, the answer is they are created by Maya only. So Chakara also means in addition to. Means in addition to the Jiva and Ishvara, which are the projection of the Maya, in addition to that, Sarvajñatvam, Sarvasashtutvam, Sarvasamharakatvam, Sarvapalakatvam, right? All this, Sarvajñatva Adi Padat, you take all this. Sarvajñatvadikam Kalpayitva, well, same Maya, which has projected Jiva and Ishvara, also projects, the dharmas, the attributes of both. So, kalpayitva, see, this is the Shastra. Whenever creation comes, they add kalpana to show the lower order of reality compared to Brahman. That's it. So, compared to that Karanam, to show the lower order of reality of the creation, they always write, they may write anything. Tat sruštva tadeva anupravishata satchattecha bhavata niruktancha niruktancha nilayanancha nilayanancha etc. Satyancha nrutancha satyam abhavata yadidam kincha etc. But that is there, tat sruštva. But most of the time, it is kalpayitva. Kalpayitva means shows projecting. Projecting means a lower order of reality. So, this is to indicate that whatever is there in the creation, the Jiva, the you, your transaction, and the transaction with the world, the object of transaction, all this, and the Ishvara, etc. also, all are projection. Projection then definitely must have a basis. That basis is Brahman. Basis is Brahman. The Brahman has this, power, which is neither you can say separate from Brahman, which is neither one with Brahman. It's something very, very unique. It's not one with Brahman. It's not different from Brahman. It's not separate from Brahman. It's not one with Brahman. Some kind of a power Brahman has. This is Maya. With the help of that power, it projects Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. And its smaller version we also have. I am the conscious being, the waker. I have a power called Vidya, non-separate from me. It is not one with me. It's not separate from me. Avidya is not one with me. Means avidya is one with me, means I am ignorant. Avidya is not separate from me. How can you say, Swamiji, avidya is not separate from you? Avidya is separate from you. Try to prove. I don't mind it. Try to prove. Try to prove ignorance from you, away from you, please. When you say ignorance is, already it is pervaded by consciousness. Try to prove ignorance away from you. Ignorance is there, and Swamiji, it came and it attached to me. One is born ignorant. Ignorance is, then I am ignorant. Then I am ignorant. If it is one with me. If you are ignorant, at least you have the knowledge that you are ignorant. Yeah, I have that much knowledge. Then you are not ignorant. If you are ignorance, then you cannot say, I know that I am ignorant. You have knowledge also. So ignorance is not, this is how the whole thing is. This is the magic. This is the magic. That the Maya, how will you say? So where it is discussed, we discussed, of course, in Gujarati class, I think. And for you, go to Vivek Chudamani. That beautifully, while discussing Karana Sharira, Shankaracharya ji jumped just from Karana Sharira Vidya to directly to the Samashti Karana Maya. Binnapya Binnapya Sannapya Sannapya Ubhayatmikano Binnapya Binnapya Ubhayatmikano. Oh, it is Sannapya Sannapya. It is Sat. It is there. You cannot say. Asat. It is not there at all. Non-existent. You cannot say. So like that, Ubhayatmikano, etc. Ubhaya also it cannot be. Sat and Asat. It is there, it is not there. You cannot say. You have to say one. You cannot say it is, you cannot say it is not, you cannot say it is and it is not. So this is this kind of a thing. Such a power Brahman has, which projects this Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. And therefore Jiva also is like this. Jiva is there or not? There is no Jiva at all. Then who takes birth? And who has this Punya Papa? And who says, I am a Karta and I am Bhokta? Do you say Brahman says that? Brahman is a Karta. So Jiva is there. If Jiva is there, then well, definitely it is Satyam. Then who says I am Brahman, I am not Jiva? like person Jnani says, I am Brahman, I am not Jiva. Jiva is negated. And a very Jivatvam is individuality is negated even in a deep sleep state. Forget about the knowledge. In your experience, Jiva is negated. Jivatvam is there in two states, not in all the three states. Even in all the three states, it is real. Anything which is there in all the three states is real. Sakshi alone is there in all the three states. Neither of that. Waker is not there in three states. Dreamer is not there in three states. Deep sleeper is not there in three states. And therefore, the Sakshi is there in all the three states. Which cannot be negated in all the three states is Satyam. Anyway, so this is all Kalpana. Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, all the three are just Kalpana because the very Maya it's like this. Anyway, but if we forget this real nature, that this Chidabhasa becomes real. If I forget my nature, then Chidabhasa becomes real. Then Punya Papa, everything becomes real. The whole thing becomes real. Becomes real? Mithya becomes real? Yeah, Mithya can never become real. Real can never become Mithya. Then you said Mithya become real? Chidabhasa, now since you forget the nature of yourself, then well, the Chidabhasa is real for you, the Jiva is real for you, then Jagat is real, Ishvara is real, everything is real for you. That's what I said. Real for you, not real. Real for you. Well, so if you forget then that this is a rope, then a snake becomes real. But the person who is standing besides that person, for that person still the snake is mithya. He sees the rope. Therefore, snake is real, you should not say. Snake is real for one person under the spell of ignorance. What is under the spell of ignorance? What is mithya is looked upon as real by the person, and therefore there is no objective reality there. It's all projection. Therefore, Jiva is a projection, Jagat is a projection, and Ishvara also is a projection. So one who knows that it's a projection of Maya, and the consciousness alone is the reality, or Kutasa Sakshi is a reality, witness consciousness is a reality, Brahman is a reality. Well, for him the whole thing becomes mithya. Means he understands the reality of the thing. One who doesn't know that, for him the whole thing is real. The model of karma and everything. Punya Papa and Prarabdha and Punarjanma, Purvajanma. The whole Karma Kanda is a reality for that person. Not it is a reality, objective reality. It's a reality for that person. Anyway. So Sarvagnatvadikam kalpayitva pradarshayet. So basically, same Maya projects the dharma also, Sarvagnatvadikam, dharma, etc. Projects that and pradarshayet. Pradarshayet means what? It showcases. So Maya has basically is running a exhibition show, including even this class also, because it's also the Shastra, and then this Swami, one Jiva, the other Jivas, everything in this speech, everything is an exhibition show of a Maya. Everything is an exhibition show of Maya. That's how it is. Pradarshayet. Vidyaranya says Pradarshayet. So Pradarsanam, exhibition. Anyway, like painters and sculptors exhibits, their things, Same way Maya exhibits its products, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, and the transaction. Very transaction is Mayakam. So not these three things are created, the transactions also, and the laws also, the karma law and this law and that law, and everything is exhibited by in this power, which we cannot put in under any category. It's really mind-boggling power. You cannot categorize it. Just cannot categorize. What it is, it's really difficult. That's how I like science. More and more the scientists dig into the creation and other things. More they find the answers are really, confusing. What to say? It's confusing for scientists, real scientists. Most of the scientists are real. So because they can talk about anything in the creation, the basic matter, etc., from a given standpoint. That's it. Very, very honestly, from a given standpoint they say. But this is how the thing is, they never say. They never say. So, that is how. So, if Maya can create this, the substance, the Jiva, Ishvara and Jagat, not substance, but dharmi as such, then it can create attribute also. So, dharminam kalpayet. So, what, ya is there, right? So, you see here, it says, dharminam kalpayet ya. Ya means this Maya. Whichever the Maya, dharminam kalpayet, projects that dharmi, the substance, means Jiva, Ishvara and Jagat. Well, asyaha, for that Maya, kaha bharah, which burden, which effort is there? For what? Dharma kalpane. In order to project attributes on that substance, what is the big deal for that? If it can create a dharmi, if it can project the dharmi itself, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, then definitely it can project even the attributes of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara also. So but Swamiji, what are the attributes of the world? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. What's the attribute of a Jiva? Well, Alpagnatvam, Alpashaktivatvam, etc., etc. What are the attributes of a Ishvara? I have already told you. Yeah? Sarvasashtutvam, Sarvasamharakatvam, Sarvapalakatvam, Karmaphaladatrutvam, Sarvajnatvam, Sarvashaktimatvam, All attributes also are projected by Maya. So Maya creates all this effortlessly. Verse 65. कूटस्थेप्यतिशङ्का स्यात् इति चेन्मातिशङ्क्यताम् कूटस्थमायिकत्वे तु प्रमाणं न हि विद्यते. Another question now. So because who created the attributes? That was a question earlier, right? Who created attributes of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara? Of Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara created by Maya, but then attributes of these three are created by whom? So we say the same Maya. Now another question by the student. See, so he says, okay, all six are created by Maya, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, and their attributes also by Maya. And definitely all transactions are created by Maya. Now why can't you add? It's a very funny question. Why can't you add Kutastha also in that? That Maya created Kutastha also. Like, when I was taking food one day, then you are taking a rice, you are taking a dal, and you are taking some two vegetables and some salad, everything. Then only one thing was left, and that was that potato vada, potato vada, but potato vada. So that was there. So then one who was serving, he said, Swamiji, you have taken everything. Now only one thing is left. Why don't you take that thing also, potato? Same way, if everything is created by Maya, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, and the attributes of all the three, all the things are created, and the transactions, everything is created by Maya. Now what is left is this Kutastha. Add Kutastha also in that. So, Vidyaranya says, Kutasthe api, with Kutastha also, Ati Shanka. Shankam atitya vartate. Earlier our Shanka was what? Do you remember? Chidabhasa is also created by Maya. Maya creates Panchamahabhutas. And that is, there are elements. And then elemental world. All insentient thing Maya can create. That is all right. Chidabhasa, sentient being, is created by Maya. That was a doubt, right? Shanka. Now Ati Shanka. Shankam atitya vartate. Extra doubt now. Previous doubt was this, that Chidabhasa can be created by Maya or not. Now doubt is, Kutastha is created by Maya or not. Iti chet, if you have such a doubt, oh dear student, ma ati shankyata. To make, don't take your doubt to more than a certain limit. So, to make such conclusions, you definitely require proof that Kutastha is created by Maya. And if you have a proof, please let me know. Even at night, 2 o'clock, you do a WhatsApp to me. Immediately, if you come across this, that Kutastha is created by Maya, anywhere you find in Veda, anywhere in Veda, please let me know. Chidabhasa is a product of Maya, we have given you reference. No, where? Nrsimhatapani Upanishad, that's what we discussed also. Where you have discussed? Verse number 60. Maya bhasena jivesho karoti iti shrutatvatah. This has come before also. So Maya creates Jiva and Ishvara. That is said by the Upanishad. Kutastha maikatve pramanam nahi vidyate. But on the other hand means Kutastha maikatve. Kutastha is a maikam. Kutastha is a product of Maya. Pramanam nahi vidyate. There is no pramana at all. Neither Shruti Pramana, neither Anubhava we cannot talk about, neither Yukti. Anubhava means, let's say, perception. Anubhava means perception. So neither Anubhava means perception, neither inference is a Pramana, neither Shruti. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Not a single Pramana. Why Pratyaksha you cannot say is not a pramana for this, that Kutastha is a Maika? Because Kutastha is basically not Pratyaksha. Kutastha you can never experience. Yeah. Kutastha is the one by which all experiences are possible. And therefore before you experience anything, you experience Kutastha. Okay? And therefore Kutastha is not available for Pratyaksha. Anubhava. So, and therefore, Definitely. What is not available for perception, don't go further. No inference possible. And then Shruti, then, well, finally Shruti. No Shruti statement which says Kutastha is a product of Maya. Chidabhasa is a product of Maya, that is been said, but not Kutastha. Pramanam nahi vidyate. Okay. Now, very funny question. If everything else is mithya, well, then, and because they are product of Maya, yes, is it okay? Yeah. Okay, Brahman is not a product of Maya, Kutastha is not a product of Maya, but Maya is a product of Maya. Because you said Kutastha is not a product of Maya. Everything else is a product of Maya. But from where Maya has come? What is the product of Maya is produced from what? There is no other thing. Maya and Brahman. So let us say Maya is a product of Maya. So Maya Satya. Why? Amaya Karyatvat Brahmavat. Why you are making such statement? Because we are going to say Maya is not a product of Maya. If anything which is not a product of Maya, it is Satyam. Like Kutastha. You said Kutastha is not a product of Maya. Yeah. Kutastha is not a product of Maya. Therefore Kutastha is Satyam. Yeah. Maya is not a product of Maya. Yes. Therefore Maya is Satyam. So Maya Satya. It's an amazing thing. Pancadasi is a feast. Maya Satya. Maya Akaryatvat. Maya is not product of Maya. What is product of Maya is mithya, you said. Maya is not product of Maya, and therefore Maya is Satya. Brahmavat, like Brahman. Now how will we say Maya is mithya? How will you say? We have to go to Shruti. Shruti basically is negating Maya. Shruti never negates Brahman. You say Maya is like Brahman. Brahman is Satyam because Brahman is not a product of Maya. Same way you say Maya is also Satyam because Maya is not a product of Maya. But Shruti negates Maya, never negates Brahman. What is not what is not negatable, not negated by Shruti, that is Satyam. What is negated directly, indirectly is Mithya. Jagat is negated? Yeah. The same way Maya is also negated. Where? You said in Shruti negates? Yeah, Shruti negates. In Shveta Upanishad, Maya is negated very well. Bhuyaschante Vishwamaya Nivrittihi. Direct negation of Maya. Bhuyascha ante Vishwamaya Nivritti. Vishwamaya Nivritti. Maya is Nivritti. Mayayaha Nivrittihi. Maya is negated. Vishwamaya. Vishwamaya. The whole Maya, the Maya at the macro level, Maya at the individual level, avidya will go away definitely. Ignorance goes away because you gain knowledge. But Vishwamaya Nivritti, which creates the Vishwa, that macro Maya, well, is negated, proven mithya. That is a direct negation of Maya. And indirect negation is several places. Anywhere creation comes, so then Shruti never forgets to say one thing. Like Sadvidya, in our Chandogya, in 6th chapter, Sadeva Sumedamagra Asit Ekameva Advitiyam. Just before the whole creation came, there was Sat alone. Right? Ekameva Advitiyam. There was nothing else. If Maya is also Satyam like Brahman, then before creation, there should be two things. Brahman and Maya. But Shruti says, Ekameva Advitiyam Brahman. Brahman alone was there. So Maya is negated. What is negated is Mithya. So that's an indirect negation. Shveta negates directly. Kutastha, the Brahman is not negated anywhere in the Shastra. So between Kutastha and Maya, between Brahman and Maya, Brahman is never negated in Shastra. Maya is negated directly and indirectly in the Shastra. And therefore Maya is Mithya. Verse 66. Vastutvam goshayantyasya vedanta sakala api sapatna rupam vastvanyat nasahantetra kinchana. Vidyarana goes one step further. He said already, Shruti does not say Kutastha is Mithya. And several Shruti statements are there. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Brahma Satyam means which is not available for negation, etc. Satyasya Satyam Ajata Shatur Brahmana. If you remember, in Brihadaranyaka, Satyasya Satyam. So basically, this Satyam means which is Sat and Tyat, which is gross and subtle. That is Satyam. Sat plus Tyat. Satchat Tyatcha Bhavata. Right? In a Taittiriya also. Satchat Tyatcha Bhavata. Sat and Tyat. Brahman became Sat and Tyat. Combined together becomes Satyam. Sat plus Tyat. Anyway, means gross and subtle. Jagat, Jiva, Ishvara, Chidabhasa, attributes, all Satyam. That's called Satyam. Gross, subtle, everything. Satyasya Satyam, well, basically, Kutastha is the one which is the essence of everything, which is not negatable. So, Satyasya Satyam, in Ajata Shatur Brahmana, it has been said. So, basically, Kutastha is, Shruti does not say Kutastha is Mithya. On the contrary, Vidyaranya says Kutastha is revealed as Satyam. So, Vedantaha Ghoshayanti. All the Vedantas loudly proclaim Asya Vastutvam. Asya Kutasthasya. Of the Kutastha Vastutvam. Reality, Satyatvam. So, all Vedantas proclaim the Satyatvam, the reality of Brahman, Kutastha. And so, the Mithyatvam of the Kutastha is never talked about in the Shastra. That has been said in verse 65. In verse 66, he goes further and says, Kutastha has been revealed as a Satyam also. So, Sakalaha Vedantaha Goshayanti. All Upanishads basically reveal the Satyatvam, Vastutvam and Satyatvam of Asya. Asya means of the Kutastha. And further it says, Sapatna Rupam Anyat Vastu. Sapatnam. Sapatnam means a rival, enemy. You are familiar with this word. Asapatna Mruddham Rajyam Suranam Apicha Adhipatyam in Bhagavad Gita. Well, even Arjuna said, even if I get the kingdom which is Asapatna Ruddham. Asapatnam. Asapatnam means free from any enemy, free from any rival. Ruddham means Samruddham. So, Sapatna Rupam Anyat Vastu. There is no other Dvitiya Vastu, Dvitiya Paramarthik Vastu, Dvitiya real Vastu, which is a rival, Sapatna Rupam, which is a rival for this Brahman. There is no second thing, enjoying the same order of reality, simple. So, Kinchana, anything, whatsoever. Atra means where? In this world. Well, so, Annasahante, Shruti does not tolerate Sapatna Rupam Anyat Vastu. Shruti does not tolerate any other Paramarthik Vastu, real Vastu, or any other thing, or Shruti does not tolerate a second thing which is of the same order of reality like of Kutastha. Na sahante. How do you say? Advitiyavatvam, Advitiyam, 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 all the time. Advitiyam. Neha nanasti kinchana. There is no second thing. No, but I see second thing. If you continue to see the second thing, Yamadharmaraja says, I will give you capital punishment. My God. Mrityosya mrityum apnoti. Yehiva nana iva pashyati. Abba. We have never seen this kind of a thing. Where such a threat. Yeah, he is a Yamadharmaraja. He says, Mrityosya mrityum apnoti. This person who sees the Dvaitam, He is traveling from death to death. Means I am giving him a capital punishment. And therefore, Shruti na sahante. Shruti simply cannot tolerate dvitiya vastu. So where is the question of your Maya having the same order of reality like Brahman? You said Maya also is Satya. Like Brahman is not a product of Maya. Maya is not a product of Maya. Brahman is not a product of Maya. So Satyam, Maya is not a product of Maya. Therefore that is also Satyam. Brahman and Maya, two real things. No, Shruti na sahante, does not tolerate. Sakalaha Vedaha Vedantaha Asya Vastutvam Goshayati. Upanishad proclaims that Kutastha alone is a real thing. Kutastha real thing means Kutastha alone is a thing. Kya cheez? Vastu, cheese. So, yahi cheese. Like all other cheese, this is also a cheese. Okay? Verse 67. Shrutyartham vishadi kurmaha na tarkadvachmi kinchana tena tarkika shankanam atrako vasaro vada. So Vidyaranya says, well, when we discuss this status of this Kutastha, Nirgunam Brahma, you can say, or Brahman, and Ishvara, Sagunam Brahma, well, that is Chidavasa, of course. Well, both this Nirgunam Brahma, Sagunam Brahma, Ishvara and this Brahman, well, they are apaurushaya vishayaha, they are not available for any pramana. They can't, so that is what the subject matter, that's what I told on Monday. The subject matter of the Veda is which cannot be proven, which cannot be disproven. That is apaurush. The definition of apaurushaya is this, where Purusha cannot prove it, Purusha cannot disprove it. That's called apaurushaya. That's it. This is my final definition. Okay? Cannot be proven. Subject matter of the Veda. Regarding the subject matter of the Veda, you can maximum say this: I don't care what Veda says. Fantastic. If you have a Ashraddha, and if you have a Shraddha, you say, I believe it, what Veda says. Yeah. There are two types of beliefs. One pertaining to Karma Kanda, your is a belief system. Definitely. You have to believe Punya Papas and everything. You have Shraddha. You cannot verify it. Non-verifiable belief. Karma Kanda. Verifiable belief. Jnana Kanda. Reality for you. Shastra talks about Jivan Mukti. That's a uniqueness in this world, that Veda talks about the liberation in life, while living a life. No other scripture in the world, maybe Quran or Bible, nobody talks like this. Nobody has a capacity to talk. Everybody talks of what happens after death. That they may talk. Go to heaven is a liberation, this and is a liberation, whatever. While living a life, one can be free. Free from death. Imagine, you are living a life and Shastra says with such a daring that if you know what we say, you are free from death. Jivan Mukti. So verifiable. While living you can be free, which Shastra talks about, means you can verify it. So verifiable belief, Jnana Kanda. Non-verifiable belief, Karma Kanda. But if something, a portion of the Veda, which you can verify in this life, well then why can't you have a Shraddha for the things which are non-verifiable? Why not? Right? The Shastra which talks about Brahman or Atma, which can be verified, that Atma is limitless. Then same Shastra talks about Punya Papa, Swarga, Punarjanma, Purvajanma. Why can't you believe them? What's the problem? It cannot be like that, that one part is imagination and another part is a reality. It cannot be. And therefore, ultimately, but what cannot be proven, what can be, or what can be proven or what cannot be proven by a human being, a Purusha. is the subject matter of the Veda called a Paurusheya. So positively, negatively, we can't prove it anyway. So from Shastra alone, well, we know this, what? That there is a Ishvara and Sagunam Brahma and Nirgunam Brahma, Chidabhasa and Chit both. So Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, well, Maya Bhasena Jivesho Karoti, all these things we know from the Shastra. Jiva Ishvara are projected by Maya, they are Mithya, Brahman is Satyam, is told by the Shruti. Shruti Artham Vishadi Kurmaha. Vishadi Kurmaha means, well, see, Vishadam actually means a clarity. So Vishadi Kurmaha, Vayam Vishadi Kurmaha. So Vidyaranya says, Vayam Vishadi Kurmaha. We are clarifying all these things through this chapter. What? What we are clarifying? Shruti Artham. Well, the purport of the Shruti, well, that Jiva Ishvara, Jagat, etc. and the transactions are Mithya, and Brahman, which is the reality, that is the Adhishthanam of everything. All this is the Artha of the Shruti. Vishadi Kurmaha. We are clarifying through this chapter number 8. Means basically we are extracting the whole, the meaning of the Shruti and putting here in this chapter 8. Tarkatna kinchan vadami. Vachmi means vadami. Vachmi. Aham vachmi. I say. Tarkatna kinchan vachmi. Based on Pratyaksha and Tarka, I am not saying all this, that these are the Mithya and this is Satyam and all that. We are saying basically Shruti Artham. We are telling you everything based on the Shruti. Because Naisha Tarkena Matihi Apaniya. Kathopanishad says, Esha Matihi, this knowledge regarding Satya Mithya, etc. Jiva is Mithya, Jagat is Mithya, Brahman is Satyam, Kutastha is Satyam, etc. This knowledge, Esha Matihi, na Tarkena Apaniya. Well, that cannot be proven by pure logic, without any basis, cannot be proven. Therefore, Shruti alone is a Sharanam. So, you can raise a logical questions, etc. But basically, the basis, the answer also should be given by the logic, with the help of logic, not by logic, with the help of logic, but based on Shruti. Shruti says this, and in order to explain that, in order to clarify that, well, we can use logic. So Shruti based logic is what? It is born of, what is born of Maya is Mithya. And what is born of, and Brahman is not born of Maya, so Satyam. So Tarkika Shankanam Avsarah Kaha Vada Tena. Tarkika Shankanam. Tarkika Shanka means what, The doubts based on pure logic, based on Laukika, Tarka. Well, that has, compared to Shastriya Tarka, based on Shastra. See, the Tarka has a basis in two things. Tarka has a basis either in a Pratyaksha, naturally, we know that. So you do any logic, inference, based on Pratyaksha, perception. So Pratyaksha is a basis for a Tarka. That's called Laukika Tarka, because available to the human being. And the other Tarka based on Shruti, which is a Paurusheya. So, with regard to this Jiva, Ishvara and everything, Sagunam Brahma, Nirgunam Brahma, Mithya, Maya, all this, that with regard to that, Laukika Tarka is not, because it is not available for perception. And therefore, even Jiva, just think, Chidabhasa or Jiva, even though you say you experience that I am a sentient being, etc. But suppose a person is dying, person is dying, and then, well, definitely the Jiva lives, that Sukshma Sharira along with the Chidabhasa lives. Who knows? Whatever the instrument you keep, you cannot know. They weigh the body. Amazing. This is really an amazing thing. Oh, 1 gram less or 1 milligram less. Ye kya baat hai? People who accept this also are ridiculous, and the one who talks also is ridiculous. Jiva is gone, therefore now there will be a reduction in the weight of the body. In fact, it will be more. So Jiva cannot be perceived, therefore cannot be inferred, because there is no data regarding Jiva. Punarjanma, Purvajanma, entering the body and going to various, Panchagni you must have seen in Chandogya. Chandogya talks about, Brihadaranyaka talks about, and some other Upanishads also, I don't remember right now, talks about Panchagni. Oh, Jiva goes from this body and goes to the first to the fire called Swarga, and then from there to the rain, and then this and that, and then enters and finally into the woman's womb through the man, etc. All this Panchagni. Who can prove it? Nobody can prove it. So basically, what I am saying is based on pure logic, available inference available to the human being, and based on perception, etc. You cannot prove anything. You cannot prove Jiva, you cannot prove Ishvara, you cannot prove Mithyatvam. All this based on Shruti, we say. Maya. Maya is there or not? Who perceives Maya? Yeah. So Maya is there, non-separate from Brahman. Well, then we take that statement with the Shraddha, and then we supply logic. Yes, that it is possible. The nature of Maya is revealed in the Jagat also, in the Jiva also, etc. And therefore, we can definitely give a Shruti Sammata Tarka. We call Shruti Anukula Tarka, Shastriya Tarka. But based on logic, pure logic, we cannot prove anything with this. Avsarakkaha, Tarkika Shankanam Avsarakkaha Vada. So where is the scope? Avsara, where is the scope to prove this with the help of logic? And therefore don't do this. Take the statement with the Shraddha of the Veda and then analyze with the logic. Yes. And then, so I think, so from verse 68 onwards, we'll see now in the next class. Bas, from 68 to 76 is the chapter number 8. We'll complete chapter number 8 in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.